Very good morning, students. In our last class, we have discussed about the military and democracy in Pakistan and Bangladesh. We have already discussed how the system has been changed continuously in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Initially, they have a constitution, democracy, then the military came into power, then again there was democracy. So, we can say that there was no fixed system of government in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Now both the countries have democracy. Today we will discuss about the monarchy and democracy in Nepal and ethnic conflict in Sri Lanka. Okay, Nepal was a Hindu kingdom in the past and then a constitutional monarchy in the modern period for the last many years. The demand for a new democratic constitution was accepted by the King of Nepal in the year 1990 in the wake of a strong pro-democracy movement. So in Nepal, initially there was a monarchy system. There was king, queen, right? They were the head of the country, and every important decision has been made by the monarchs. But during 1990s, the people of Nepal protested against the monarchical system. They wanted democracy in Nepal, and the king that time the king accepted the democratic constitution. So now from 1990 onwards, Nepal has a democracy, a constitutional democracy. There was king, there was monarch, still monarch was there, but he is the constitutional head, not the real head, and the real head is the prime minister. Okay. During the 90s, the Maoists of Nepal were successful in spreading their influence in many parts of Nepal. In 2002, the king abolished the parliament and dismissed the government, thus ending even the limited democracy that existed in Nepal. So, during 90s at that time, there was a Maoist. Maoist means it's like a group of people. Okay, sometimes the Maoists are good in character, or sometimes they are like terrorists. Okay, so the Maoists, they were successful in spreading their influence. The Nepal as a whole country was influenced by Maoists during 1990. Okay, many parts of the Nepal. And in 2002, the king of Nepal abolished the parliament and dismissed the government, thus ending even the limited democracy that existed in Nepal. So in 2002, the king, the monarch of the Nepal, he has abolished the parliamentary system. Okay, and he has dismissed the government also, so that whatever democracy was there, whatever limited democracy was there, that has been ended during 2002. Okay, in April 2006, there was massive countrywide pro-democracy protest. Again in 2006, there was a protest against the monarchical system. People wanted democracy in Nepal. Okay, the movement was very massive. Each and every individual has participated in that protest against the monarchical system. Okay, the largely non-violent movement was led by 7-party alliance, the Maoist and social activists. So that there was a non-violent movement, like in India. We have non-violence movement in India also, right, during independence period. Similarly, in Nepal also, they had a non-violent movement, and that movement was led by 7-party alliance. There was an alliance between 7 different political parties. They had an alliance, they had a friendship, and that movement was supported by the Maoist also. Even the Maoist were part of that movement, and the social activists. Okay, so these 3 parties, they led a movement during 2006. After its independence in 1948, okay, this is the part of Nepal. So this is how in Nepal democracy has been established. Okay, from 1990 onwards, there was a change in the system of government in Nepal. Initially they have monarchy, then in 1990s they have a constitutional monarchy, then again in 2002 the monarch has abolished all the governments and parties, then from 2006 onwards there was a protest against the monarchy system, and now they have a democracy in Nepal. Now Sri Lanka. After its independence in 1948, politics in Sri Lanka was dominated by forces that represented the interest of the majority Sinhala community. So Sri Lanka also got its independence during in 1948, same year with India. Okay, and that time the politics of Sri Lanka was dominated or represented by a majority of a group, a community, and that community came to be known as Sinhala community. Sinhalas were hostile to a large number of Tamils who had migrated from India to Sri Lanka and settled there. So these Sinhalas were against the people, and those people are the Tamils. Those Tamil peoples are migrated from India to Sri Lanka. That is the reason this Sinhala community were against them. The neglect of Tamil concern led to militant Tamil nationalism. Then the community who is leading the government after independence, they neglected the Tamils, right? They were against the Tamils, and this negligence of Sinhala community against the Tamil, that led to a concern, and there was established a new organization that is called Militant Tamil Nationalism. The Tamil people also organized one militant. Okay, now there were two different community. One is Sinhala and another one is Militant Tamil Nationalism. From 1983 onwards, the militant organization, the Liberation Tiger of Tamil Eelam, has been fighting an armed struggle with the army of Sri Lanka and demanding Tamil Eelam or a separate country for the Tamils of Sri Lanka. So, from 1983 onwards, there was one militant organization that has been established by Tamil people. Then LTTE, Liberation Tiger of Tamil Eelam, they were fighting against the Sri Lankan army. Okay, and there was armed struggle. Armed struggle means that a violent struggle was there in Sri Lanka, and these Tamil people, they demanded a separate country from Sri Lanka. Okay, they demanded a separation for the Tamils, or they wanted a Tamil Eelam or a separate state for the Tamils, whatever Tamil people were there in Sri Lanka. In 1987, the Indian government got directly involved in the Sri Lankan Tamil question. So, because those Tamils were migrated from India, so that is the reason Indian government got directly involved between the Tamil people and the Sri Lankan government. In 1989, the Indian peacekeeping force pulled out of Sri Lanka without attaining its objective. In spite of the ongoing conflict, Sri Lanka has registered considerable economic growth and recorded high level of human development. Sri Lanka was one of the first developing countries to successfully control the growth rate of population. So there was a peacekeeping force from India. A peacekeeping force has been sent to Sri Lanka. Okay, and there was in spite of ongoing conflict, there was a conflict between the military of Sri Lankan government and the Tamils. Though there was a conflict, but the Sri Lanka emerged as a new economic development. They have economically developed their country and recorded high level of human development during those struggle period also. And Sri Lanka was the only country you will find development during struggle, both economic and human development. Okay, and it has been recorded as Sri Lanka was the first developing country to successfully control the growth rate of population. Even the population has been controlled in Sri Lanka, and it was the first country. So this is about the monarchy in Nepal, monarchy and democracy in Nepal, and the ethnic conflict in Sri Lanka. Ethnic conflict means ethnicity means a group of people who used to follow certain culture or who used to speak certain language. Okay, so that is called ethnicity. Or the ethnic group of people, they used to belong to a group of people who follows the same culture, you speak same language. Okay, that is the reason the Tamilian people, they have different culture, they used to speak different language, and the Sri Lankan people, they used to follow different culture and speak different languages. So there was a two different organization or a group of people. Okay, that is the reason they were involved in a huge struggle, an ethnic conflict. That is called ethnic conflict. They are fighting for their culture, they are fighting for their people. Okay, and the Indian government has directly involved in that struggle between the Tamils and the Sri Lankans. And though they are having a struggle between the two groups, but Sri Lanka was the first country who had economic development as well as human development. Plus, Sri Lanka was regarded as a country who controlled the growth rate of population also. And one more thing, only India and Sri Lanka, these two countries have a very, very successful democracy after independence. Both the country got their independence in 1948, and after that, till date, both the countries have successful democracy. Clear? And now in our next video, I'll discuss about conflicts and efforts of peace in South Asia. What were the conflicts and what were the efforts, and how the peace has been established in Southeast Asia.